Hi everyone, Frank Palmieri back here on Model doing another interview with some great modelling friends that I have. Today I've got Vini from Kitmantic, all the way from Brazil. He's a good friend. I've known him for quite a while. He's an amazing modeler. He's an author, writes for magazines, and works the world of different modelers. And here he is in front of me now. G'day, Vini.
Hello, Frank. Hello, everyone. First, I want to thank you for the invitation to talk with you, to talk with your followers on the social media. It's a great pleasure and an honor to me to be here and share our passion for the modeling, especially for the aircraft that is your specific interest, but all the modeling stuff for sure. And I am ready to talk with you and talk about modeling for my preference, my experience on this hobby. That is not just a hobby for me; it become a work too, and a full-time work now, and that's something very important to me. So once again, thank you for the invitation.
Well, thank you for coming on. The honor is all mine. So what can I say now? Model Busters is a new channel for me, which I've started a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I've got about 70 followers at the moment, and it's growing. As you know, I'm doing a lot of work with also YouTube as a content creator. So this is one of my projects. As I get bigger, I'll have my own separate YouTube channel. So I've got plans. Now, at the moment, I have a YouTube channel called Combat, Aviation and Defense, which has a little bit of modeling in it, but it's mainly about real planes. But this, like I said, what I'm doing at the moment is just interviewing a few people, which I've done, and just getting the feel of what's like to do that. Now, Vinny, tell me a bit about your background.
Yeah, I started the modeling when I have 12, and I remember that I go to my grandmother's house on the holidays of the school and on the vacancies of the school, and my mother always encouraged me to work with things that made me use the creativity, to use my things that made me research, looking for abilities. And my grandmother, the mother of my father, was the person that helped me with money to buy the first models.
Fantastic.
And I always love airplanes. From the first years of my life, with all the things that I get in my hands is to turn and transform in an aircraft. And when I started to build models at 12, around 12, it became a great passion, because it's the way to turn something that's very important to me in something visible made by my hands, and this becomes something very important. But what was just when I was adult person that it becomes something more serious. And I always say that the internet is something that become very important to turn the modeling something more serious for me. Sharing techniques with people from all around the world, having access to the new techniques, to the new products, to the new kits. And I think the internet was a great revolution in my modeling, and make me turn a better modeler, and help me to show my models. And also today I work for Kinetic as post-production manager. I work with I work in all the research for the preparing a new model, and when this is ready, and when the engineers finish the 3D models, I work to turn it in on a model kit. I work with in decals and art and all the parts to turn it a model kit. For example, this is one of the new releases of the Kinect.
Yes, I've seen that.
I was responsible to turn it on a product. I work for the research, for the decals, for all the things that make it a model kit ready to be built for the modelers.
That looks like a 32 scale.
No, this is a 48 scale F18.
Beautiful.
With a special markings for VFA 27 Royal Maces.
Yep.
This model have with special markings for this specific squadron of U.S. Navy. So when I finished my studies and I started to work, I have more time and more money for sure. You know that.
Yep.
That's a hobby that you need money because the things are we have several things to make good models, and I started to show my models on the internet, and people like Miguel Jimenez, that is a great reference for me today, a personal friend,
A great modeler and a great pioneer for modeling.
Yeah, for techniques, and I always loved the work of Miguel on his models, and I have the pleasure to know him in person in 2015 on an event that I made here in Brazil.
Yep.
And I invite him to make some masterclass here.
Wow.
And I have the privilege to know him in person, and we become friends. And as he also know, we feel that we are today brothers.
Brothers from different mothers.
I also work for Ammo. For this company, right? I am writer for Ammo.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because when I went to Vietnam, I met another modeler there that has been in his magazine.
Yeah, exactly. I am writer for the Watering magazine, and also for the new series of books from Ammo, the visual guide. I already worked on the Pucara visual guide.
Visual
guide.
Show me.
Wait a sec. Let me see, where is this? I think. Let me see if this here. No. I don't know where I placed the visual guide.
No, that's all right.
Well, I found it. It's on another part of the library. Here.
Ta-da! Oh, yes. The Pucara.
Was right from me. It's my book, my first book published by Ammo.
Yep.
And we have another 2 under edition to be released still this year.
Lovely.
I don't know. I cannot say about which subject it is. Yes, because this is top secret for now. But we have 2 another books from the same series to be released this year. So Miguel Jimenez was a guy that inspired me to show my works on the social media, and it made me be very well known on the modeling, and turn me people that companies asked to work with. And Kinect firstly sponsored my models, sending samples for me.
Lovely.
And in 2020, the company made me an offer to work as a full-time manager for the company, and so I started to do my job today. Today, my work is to to be the manager of the new releases of Kinetic, and also to be writer for Kinetic, for Ammo, and build models for magazines and another kind of publications.
Oh, it sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
look,
it sounds like a dream.
I will not complain. I will not complain.
No. Well, you know, I have a similar thing. Like at the moment, I'm producing videos, as you know. I'm doing some work. I work for my channel, and I'm producing aircraft videos. Now, I've already produced over 200 little videos. They're only little. They're only 1 minute videos. And I would have never dreamed in 1,000 years that I fly around Australia taking photos and videos of planes and have my own, and write about them. And look, I've only just started, right? So I'm still basic level, but as my skills increase, so will my videos. So I use a really great program, and I was even noticed by YouTube. They invited me to join their community of short, what are they called? Short creators. So I'm upskilling myself, and here I am today talking to you, and I'll convert this conversation into a video.
And this is something more incredible, in my opinion, for us these days, is the capacity of internet to connect people with the same interests around the world.
The same mental illness, I call it.
I am a guy that lives in south of Brazil, in Latin America, and I come from a family that have no problems with money, but we are not rich. And in Latin America, it's very difficult to people sustain the modeling, because for us, this is a very expensive hobby.
Yes.
Right? So for me, have the opportunity to know people around the world, to become well known for the companies like Ammo, like Kinetic, like ICM, Rescue, that are all companies that I work with in any moment of my modeling career, is something very significant for me.
Yep, of course.
It's very special for me. Do you know? And
well, it's a good scoop for you. It's a good, you know, you're in a great position personally, and you also too, you're a great ambassador for your country too.
And nothing of these will be possible if you haven't the internet.
Yes. Well, you know, it's been rightly written, and I agree that today is the golden age of modelling. The golden age,
for sure.
Because we've got fantastic producers, and now we've got the internet, and now we also have 3D modelling, which brings another aspect of modelling. Now you can make your own things. However, what I say about 3D modelling is it's very difficult. It's not as easy as it looks. Now, I'm not a 3D modeler, but I have a few friends who do it, and it's very complicated. However, it's another aspect of modelling that's going to grow. Me personally, my attitude to modelling is this. I make a model for my own benefit, okay?
Yeah.
Because I've got to look at it. It's going to sit in my cabinet, and I'm going to judge.
For sure.
But it's a more... See, I believe modelling is very much also a mental health. It helps your mental health. Now, you touched on it before with your grandmother, and she's very wise. Because also modelling is the only artistic... sorry, I'll say it again. Modelling is one of the very few artistic expression for men. Right? Because it's artistic. It involves sculpture, painting, display. Right? And men flock to it. That's right. Then it comes back to history, researching, right? And there's
geography.
It just goes forever. But and you know you can see
when we start to work with we are working with mathematics, we start to research where a model come from or where the specific model operates. We are studying history, geography, and I see. I look for the plastic modeling like a complete rug.
Yep.
We made to work with all kind of abilities, from mental studies to a hand ability, and it's awesome. And I think that many people, especially on the internet today, discuss things like how is the correct way to make modeling today, and I think that's not a correct way. If you want to build a model out of the box with up to few techniques, do it. If you want to build a model with watering techniques, with a lot of aftermarket parts, and you can do that, and you feel good doing this, do it. The modeling has not a correct way. The correct way is the way that make you feel better when you do it.
It's an expression. It's an expression of yourself. Because I believe, like I said, I believe modeling is a form of art, right? And art should be an expression of yourself. So some people like, to put lines on their panel lines. Other people can make models to look like die-cast models. And unfortunately, we've got into this situation today. There's a hierarchy of models, right?
Yeah.
There's a hierarchy. People say, this model looks better than the other one. Well, I don't always agree with that, because for me, some models and modelers, it's all about styles. Different styles attract different people. Now, I can make a tank, or no, I can't, but people can make a model that looks like it's been a die-cast model. It's so perfect. But does that mean it's a good model? Maybe yes.
Sure.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And that's that I say. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And same with modeling. Modeling, you look at it, you go, well, that looks great. Other people look and say, well, there's a fault there, there's a fault here, I see a seam line. But is that being overcritical? And I think one of our biggest problems in modeling is that as modelers we overthink. We don't do. That's why we all have these stashes of kits that aren't built. Because we're overthinking. We're overthinking. Make it.
For sure.
You have to make it.
Also, for a guy like me that today works in a full-time on the modeling industry.
Yep.
When I sit on my workbench to build a model, I have to keep in my mind that is a hobby. I need to separate what I do with my work on modeling and what I do when I sit on the workbench, because it have to be something that make me feel better, not to make me feel uncomfortable with something, or doing the modeling as something that I doing not by my wish, but I am.
You're forced to do it. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
It's like when
I went to apologize with the people that are watching or video, because my English is not so good.
It's pretty good. It's better than mine.
Understand. Hope you understand what I can.
Of course.
What to say.
No. You're quite right. You're quite right, and I think that is a problem. Again, a problem with, like, for example, people who enjoy modeling for competitions, right? Because they're trying to get some feedback about their model, and they over model, and they worry about panel lines. Is the color correct? And I think you're going to destroy yourself, because you'll never be satisfied. But what I personally do this is my attitude. I make a model.
I understand the guys that go to model shows for contests.
Yep.
Right. I understand, but because it's a personal choice, to the competition. I don't participate of the contests and competitions on modeling. I never do it because I think for my personal taste, for my opinion, that is not something healthy for the modeling, because I see many people, many friends in modeling, work for a longer of an entire year on a modeling, prepare for a show, goes to there, made a good work, but not on nothing.
Yep.
They are not prized, okay? And they think that's a problem on the event, on the people that did it, and they coming home with bad feelings about the modeling. So I see many people being sad with the result of the
They get
contest.
demotivated.
So, many people stop to build models because of this.
Yes, yes.
So they forget the real reason because we sit on the workbench, that spend our time in something that we really, really like it. Because when you sit on the workbench to work in models, and we have to know that we are spending the most important and the most significant thing that you have in life, that your free time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The time that we could share with our family, with our friends, or doing another things, and we choose to use this free time to be on the workbench building a model. So this have to be something health. So something make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that focus too much on the competition from time to time lost this kind of feelings, in my opinion. With the experience that I see on my friends, on people. I don't know how is the contests in Australia, for example, but in Brazil we have a great ego question on the contests, right? And
It's the same all over the world.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I don't like to make some generalizations. I don't know the
Generalizations. Yes.
Yes. But it's something that is not good. I see many people stop stop the friendship with another guys because the competition, the result in competition, it's very sad, very sad.
Oh, yes. I see that here too, and I think there's a lot of rivalry. And it's unnecessary because it's just plastic and paint. Okay, it's just plastic and paint. Okay, it isn't much. But look, I think many modelers enjoy the camaraderie that goes into modeling, and now we can make it a global pastime. And with the internet, with YouTube, with Facebook, we can show people what we do and enjoy the feedback also. I mean, I've just made a plane there sitting in front of me. Has it got faults? Oh, heaps. Is there room for growth? Absolutely. And what I was trying to say before is, my attitude is, for each model I make, my next one, I learn from the mistakes of the previous model and improve. Now, for me as a modeler, I like going from planes to armor to dioramas, right? Yesterday I even started a dragon, something totally different, right? I enjoy changing the genre of modeling, what I do. However, a plane and a diorama, they have a lot of similarities. It keeps the mind fresh, okay? And you can bring techniques from armor into aircraft, and the same vice versa. Because I think personally, aircraft, you can get very frustrated with aircraft because aircraft have to be very, very precise. With armor to me is a bit more fun because you can whack it together, put weathering on it. You can make
the finishing on the aircraft. You need this kind of special care.
Oh, absolutely.
If you make a mistake on the finish of a aircraft, everyone will see this.
Oh, absolutely. It's either a hit. or a miss. So for myself, I enjoy going from different genres. However, you can say maybe you'll become how to say you're not going to be an expert in one area, but I say you don't have to be an expert because it's just modeling.
Okay. Yeah, I am also already working different genres on the modeling. I already built a great number of armored vehicles, figures.
Yep.
Also, I already painted several figures, but for the last 6 or 7 years, I'm just working with airplanes. I don't know how much time was since I
Yes, of course. Actually, you can probably help me with my next project. I'll show what I'm making.
Yeah.
I'm making this Academy Flying Fortress.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a very basic kit, but you know what? It does the job for me. And I'm showing what I'm doing. As a child...
I know that I have the B-17 in 48 scale from AE, from Hong Kong models.
Yep.
And I am not feel me ready to this project, but
well, this is only a 72 kit, and I'm telling you what I'm trying to do. I'll tell you. I've always dreamed about doing a plane with battle damage, right? So, now a challenge, all right. So, this is what I've been doing.
Wow, you've already started.
Absolutely. You can sort of see it. So you ask yourself, well, how am I going to reproduce battle damage on a plane? It's an interesting question because this is plastic and a real plane's got aluminium and steel and whatever. Well, I've been doing some research and I went to the Bible of Modelling, Shep Payne's book, and I said what the Saint Shep, what he recommended. And what he recommended was this. He recommends that you drill the inside of the plane to thin the plastic, right? So that's what I've done, right? So I've thinned the plastic. Hold on, I'd better get the right bits together because then I'll look like a real banana. There we go. So you can see there.
Very nice.
In the middle there is going to be... I'm going to cover that with tin foil.
I don't know if you know. I have a Polish friend.
Yep.
Call it Piotr Gladik.
Yes.
This is a very nice reference for this kind of work. If you don't follow him, if you're not a virtual friend of him in Facebook, please check his Facebook.
Well, send me a link. Send me a link. I would love to see his work.
Yeah. I send you the link when you finish the talk. But for the people that are at home and watching this, his name is Piotr Gladik. It's easy to find here. And his last work was a Hind helicopter. Battle damage on the Ukrainian war. Very actual.
Yep.
Temp and very nicely executed. For your work on battle damage on this B-17.
Yep.
He made a Henkel 111 with a fantastic battle damage.
Wow.
Works. So you check this. I will send you the link.
Oh, absolutely.
The conversation.
So what I believe that you may overdo it. So less is sometimes better. Okay. So this again, this is a simple kit. Okay. It hasn't got 20,000 parts. That's fine. It's got very basic interior. That's fine. But that's not the aim that I'm doing. I want to get the feeling on the outside of the kit. So on the inside of the kit, I'm just going to paint it black. Because from the windows, you're not going to see anything anyway. So my focus is trying to make and trying to replicate the damage of battle. And it's going to be landed. It's not going to be crashed. So they got home after a bombing mission over Nazi Germany, and they're all happy, right? Because sometimes if you damage the plane too much, it doesn't fly. It falls out of the sky. Okay, so you've got to make it realistic as you believe realism is, right? So I've done some research. I'm going to try to duplicate. I'm going to use, like I said, tin foil and pop it across that opening and then damage it to see that it's twisted. And if it works, I'll use it for the next model. If it doesn't work, well, that's a matter. It'll go in the bin. No.
If it doesn't work, at least we try.
Well, not only that, you would have learned something.
This is something very important. This is a nice advice for the people that are starting on the modeling. Many people say that I'm not prepared or I have not the skills to build this model. It's just plastic. If you don't do it right on this model, get another one and start again.
Yes.
This hobby is a hobby of experience. You just find evolution and modeling if you try. If you commit your mistakes, then you learn from your mistakes, and you're looking for reference, for inspiration in another modelers. This is not a problem. I always say this for the people modeling. Looking for people that inspire you.
Yes.
Because it's very important. People that made you want to go to the same level that they are. For example, I will back for the example of Miguel Jimenez. I always want to do the kind of works of Miguel doing 15 years ago when I was going to a more professional kind of modeling. And today, when I send to him photos of my models, and he send me some kind of good feedback about this, or make some
critique
comment about this.
Yep.
Some critique. It's very important to me because it is a reference for me. Not again, and now I'm not talking about the Mig that is my friend today. I'm talking about the guy that make me want to reach this point.
Yes.
So when he's send me some good feedback about my models, it's very important. But also when he send me some critique, it's very important also to turn me better every day on modeling. And I have so much things that I have to learn to be better on my models. And I think it's the way to improve your abilities or skills. And this is I think that's a great advice for the beginners on your hobby.
Or even us experienced people still.
Build models, commit your mistakes, learn from this, get another model, and do it again, and with the experience, we will see how you find your evolution. Just building models. Have no another way.
Yes, and it's the same. Would you believe that it is the same with making videos? Okay, now people get a bit afraid about making videos because they want to make good videos. Well, just keep making them. Just keep making them. I've been making them every day, right? I make a video a day. They're only 1 minute videos, but the only way you're going to get better at it is to keep practicing.
The repetition you find new solutions.
Correct, and then you become more comfortable and putting models together, putting videos together, writing books, whatever is your pastime, whatever you choose the path, keep doing it.
You look for your first works and you think with yourself, wow, how can I do that this way?
Yep.
And it's okay because you do that the first models on this way, simple, with mistakes, because at that point you have less skills
An experience.
about this, experience about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long and winding road, like say the Beatles.
Yes, absolutely. And as time goes past, as years go past, you get better at it, and then you'll find a new person joins your club and go, "Wow, they're fantastic looking models," and you're thinking, maybe not. Oh, they're great. Oh, okay. And you don't realise.
We have to try new things. We have to try new things, new
Yep.
techniques, to keep motivated too.
Yes, of course, of course. And I think that's the good message to get out into the community, and that's will be one of these things that hopefully this video will do. That modelers from all different levels need to be working towards bettering themselves and their art. See, I call it art. If you say it's art, it's non-threatening, right? Like I said, modeling needs to evolve, and we need to call ourselves artists rather than modelers, because we are artists. We deal with paint. I mean, a mechanic doesn't deal with paint. Modelers do. We have an expression. We tell stories through our models. We replicate facts of history, and we also people now go into fantasy, right? With fantasy models. So it's a genre. It's a really great genre. And look, you're not an old man. You're a young person. Me, I'm sort of half. But what I'm saying is that it's people keep saying, "Oh, modeling's dying. Modelling is this and that." No, it's not. It's growing. It's growing because people love using their hands.
We have we are on the start of a new era for the modeling. I think the 3D printed parts will be the future of the modeling. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be part of the future. I don't think it's going to be the future, because with 3D modeling, and this is the thing I've noticed about people who do 3D modeling, they have to focus all their time to produce this, but they don't produce a model, right? Because this takes hours and hours. And I think 3D modeling is okay if you're making smaller things. It's certainly not going to replace traditional kits, because it is so difficult. It is so difficult. I think it will supplement what we do, but I don't think it's going to replace what we do. It's just going to be another curve, another part of modeling. But at the moment, look, I listen to my friends who do that. They print up this. They're going to print it 20 times to get it right. Wow, I don't have 20 hours to spend on one little project. I'd rather whip out, open a kit, start putting things together. If I want to make it better, sure, I can go to 3D modeling. But how much time do you have? And it takes a lot of time. 3D modeling, you need to do a background in engineering, in software, in production. You're going to need the time. You see, to me, it's not like a photocopier when you go, and out it comes. It's far more complicated than that. So, I don't think it's going to replace. I think it's going to supplement. It's going to supplement modeling. And for those of us who want to go down that avenue, perfect. For those of us who want to stick with plastic with bits of wing and everything like that, that's fine. It's fine. But tell me, what are you doing at the moment? What kit are you making at the moment?
I am working in more than one project at the same time.
Like we all are. So, okay. What kit do you want to build?
I have four started projects that I am working on the same time.
Okay.
I have old Rebel 148 scale Apache helicopter. Okay?
Apache?
Apache. Yeah. I have the Edward P-51 Mustang for the Red Tails pen scam.
Lovely.
And I have the Mangy EA-18G Growler, 48 scale
And
also.
which the Australian Air Force flies?
No, I have committed with the US Navy.
Yes, but I'm saying that the Australian Air Force is the only country other than America that flies the Growler.
Yeah, and have nice markings also.
Yes.
But it's not included. Happily, it's not included on the.
But you can get them.
The main box.
Yep.
And the last one and the most important is the Kinetic Atlas Cheetah D aircraft, the Delta from South Africa, based on
the Mirage
the
3.
Mirage and Kafir series.
Beautiful.
So we have 4 projects at the same time now.
Oh, that's okay. Look, I got one.
All on the same situation. The worst part of the modeling to me, that is sending work.
Yes. Hey, do you want to have a see? Do you want to have a look at my dragon?
Yeah.
I'll show you my dragon.
Okay. Oh, you have another Phantom.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
just
Oh,
one.
I got lots.
While you are looking for the dragon, I am looking what you have on the stash field.
Oh, well. What don't I have? I'll show you. Oh, I've got lots. I've got lots of stuff. Centurion tank. I've got the Makavar tank. I've got the Tornado. I've got the Hobby Boss Tornado. I've got the fabulous F-16 Tamiya, which
Nice.
I bought a electronic set.
You have to buy the new Kinetic F-16. Another project that I work as a manager. And will be the best F-16 on the 48 scale.
Yeah, really?
And with new technology. So I hope to see you building this in the coming future.
Well, if you send me one, I'll build it. No problem.
Let's try. Right.
But you know what? You know what? I've got some beautiful footage of an F-16 that I've just taken a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
of the Indonesian F-16.
F-16 is one of my favorite aircraft.
Oh, it is. It's mine too.
This is one of the last models that I built.
Beautiful. That's the D version. No? Oh, that's Israeli.
Yeah, it's just
Shalom. Shalom Aleichem.
This is the old Kinetic F-16.
Yep.
We have some issues, some fitting issues on the
Correct.
model, and this is the reason that Kinetic made a new tooling that we are releasing now. But with a little bit of special care on the building, we have a nice model also with
Yes.
old tooling. And this build was very special to me because I really like the result.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And will be coming soon, published in a build article on the French magazine Cocards.
Yep. So, here we are. Not finished yet.
Yeah, I just replaced the F-16 on the parking.
Oh, yeah, you better park it correctly. So this is this print.
Let's see the dragon. Wow, that's
It's
nice.
called Lord of the Print. Fantastic
printed.
detail.
But it's a model kit or it's 3D printed?
3D printed.
Wow.
But it's from a company called Lord of the Print. This is for gamers. But I've got one this scale. I've got a couple this scale, but I've also got one this scale. But I have to. The problem with these kits is that they don't all stick together very well. You still got to work the seam lines. But as you can see, I've been working on this. I actually started yesterday. So I've got my colours are. My first colour was black. It wasn't a black, it was like a dark grey black. Then I put purple. Now I've put the red. So the colours are complementing each other. The next colour that I'm going to put on is the belly. So the belly would be gold. Whoa! There you go. There you go, be quiet. So it will be the gold. And then I'll put a bit of orange on it. And then I'll start the weathering process with a bit of oil paints just to bring up the detail. Now, this kit has got beautiful detail in it. You can probably see in there.
Yeah.
And it's actually the thorns are actually really, really sharp. So
I see.
Yes, it's a great little kit. It's a great little model. So, and I've made one previously.
And it's coming very nice.
This is the first one I made.
I like the colors.
Yeah, this is using metallic colors.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, yeah, this is a little bit different. Yeah, so it depends. I've made this with what do we call model air paints and a few other different paints. So I've combined a few, but yeah, it's a little project. It's very simple, lots of detail, and it looks good, looks the part. And we all need to make models that are less stress. You know what I mean? So
and that's nice to have different genres on your skills, because when you build figures, we work with different abilities from planes or AFV models or ships, and now I am just building aircraft for now, but soon I will build another tank, or I think some figure at some moment, because it's something good to also try new things.
Yes, absolutely. A matter of fact, a friend of mine the other day, if you go onto Model Busters, my friend Andrew he actually lives in Georgia, near Russia.
Yeah.
And he showed me he paints only with brushes, right? But he's a master painter. Like, if you see his kits, there are no brush lines. They're perfect. You'd think he sprayed them, but he hasn't. Anyway, he showed me a technique that he uses, and I actually practiced it the other day on one of my figures. I'll just go get it. It's just around the corner here. This is a Bravo. Are you familiar with Bravo 6? The figures?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Vietnam War.
Yep, American US serviceman. But as you can see, it's got a lovely wash over it. So what he recommended that I do is go from dark to light. Right? So the first colour is I put down is a dark green. Right?
Yeah.
And then the next colour on top is a lighter green. And what's it done? The dark green has bled through the light green. And it looks fantastic.
Yeah. And this kind of painting to create lights and shadows is something is one of the most important things and one of the most important techniques on the modeling today, because it's something that we can use in all kind of modeling, planes, figures, cars, and it brings the model to life. Also, the wash is another kind of things that that's very 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 useful for all kind of modeling.
Yeah, and I think it's about confidence too. You need to step forward.
Frankie, I just have to take care. I have some around 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I have a family diner.
oh, that's okay. Look, we've been talking now for about an hour, so we certainly got a lot of footage that we can talk about. So look, thanks so much.
Is it still Sunday in Brazil? So.
Oh yeah, you better get back to your family.
so is the day that we.
Thank you so much.
You are a man from the future.
That's right. Ooh. Absolutely. I can tell the time. All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
I say thank you, and I am here. If you want to talk again, just let me know. We find time.
Yeah. We don't have to do an interview. We can sit here and chat.
Yeah. I just want to say something important. I started to work also with the managing of the kinetic models for the marketing in USA.
Yep.
And UK and also for Australia.
Fantastic.
So in any moment in the future, maybe I will visit Australia and maybe meet you and modelers from Australia in person, and it will be a pleasure for this.
Well, if you're going to come to Australia, you'll have to come to the Model Expo. Now that will be, if you have to coordinate it, come next year for Model Expo here in Melbourne, and you will have a great time. Many modelers, hundreds of modelers, come and converge on Model Expo here in Melbourne, and it'll be the prime place for you to come.
Yeah, I hope to visit Australia for sure, not just because modeling, but because it's one of the countries that I really want to know for the history of Australia. It's a beautiful country.
Beautiful people.
Yeah.
Lovely weather, good food.
And I have nice friends in Australia.
Excellent.
Yeah, so all virtual. I don't know these guys as you, my friend, in person, but are people that are very important in my life because we share something that's very important also, that is the modeling. Something that become not just a hobby, but
your passion.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. I've got to go too. I'll see you soon, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you then.
Have a nice day.
Lovely. No worries. We'll see each other again.